Right. So the Pleiadians sent a contingent to take on Earth suits to assist in this. A good example of a Pleiadian trying to wake everybody up is a lady named Dolores Tucker. Dolores Tucker is a Pleiadian. It's a couple of more of them in the metaphysical field that's actually doing pretty decent work. The one blind dude, I think he's Arcturian, but he be answering the questions. Most of the time he be on point. But this is how you know the difference, because the ones who came to help solve the problem, and when you get in the earth realm, coming from the spiritual realm, this stuff is not as clear as you would like to think that it is. It's very, very cloudy and murky when you come from spiritual vision, which is holistic vision, which is holographic vision, down to three-dimensional vision, which is 0.0023% of the light spectrum. That means that almost everything in existence, we blind to it. So we walking blind through the physical realm. So a lot of people that you think is blind don't need eyes to see, like Stevie Wonder, right? Because your optic nerve will find a different way to translate the energy around you into a visual response where you can perceive stuff enough to know what you're looking at. You can actually teach children to read blindfolded, to see through the blindfold. That's what we waiting on. When they finally closed the Federal Reserve, the Federal Reserve was unofficially closed in 2019, and they haven't printed any money since then. About a little less than a month ago, the first senator introduced legislation to get rid of the Federal Reserve. The World Economic Forum, the precedent was set in Florida. The WHO, World Economic Fund, and another organization, I think it was the, I forget what the other one is, but they was declared as terrorist organizations to set a precedent, right? Because once the precedent is set, and that it's aware in the political arena of an organization that's belligerent to the people, somebody had to make it politically known to the public. So in Florida, they declared them as terrorist organizations because of the scamdemic, right? So that puts the World Economic Fund is what I'm leaning on for the money fall and the transfer back to Big Mama Bank. Right. So they'll announce when the bank's going to be closed one day, everybody going to be doing lives talking about their bank ain't doing no business. And that's because when the banks fold, won't be no open banks. You're going to know it's not going to be no secret. In the meantime, if you're worried about your bills, keep doing what you're doing. Just don't enter into no new contracts. A new contract will require your signature. World War III is almost over with. We actually finishing up World War IV. World War III was called the Cold War, when America was fighting itself on two sides of the water to keep us duped. It's called the Cold War. And the arms race for Russia that they was financing the whole time, it was sending the Bolshevik Revolution all the way into the wall fell under the Reagan administration. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down them walls. That was World War III. We finishing World War IV now. I know a lot of Haitians that came to assist in the Gullah Wars. A lot of the priests and priestesses went to New Orleans for conjure root work. to support the troops that went to Florida to fight in the hands-on bloody war. If you look at the the Haitian exodus following the Haitian Revolutionary War victory, you're gonna see they went to primarily two places, Florida, and then the other place is New Orleans. So I would think that your father may be a tribal high priest from Haiti that came to assist the conjure work that was being done in New Orleans with other native root workers to help us be victorious in the end. That's my suspicion. So Tahuti was born as the first defender of the earth, and Enlil was the one who initiated the Anunnaki hostile takeover of the earth. When Enki and Inanna first came, they was harmonious with the people of the earth, and they lived here for a very long time without issue. But when Enlil got done conquering everything else he was conquering, he wanted them to expedite the shipments of gold that was more than was reasonable to the resources available at the time. And so he came down here to oversee the project because he said that Enki was too soft on the earth people, and Inanna loved them like they was her own children, which they was in essence. And so he wanted to be more strict on workers to get the work done more efficiently, which as a military leader, he used military methods. That's why everything is regimented and squared off. That's military. When it's in harmony with the matriarchy, the cities is concentric circles to the center. When you go back and read the stories of Atlantis, you hear that the city of Atlantis was concentric circles to the center. That was all of the major metropolises around the world was concentric circles to the city because it creates a harmonious frequency. The squaring off of the streets and making them into blocks and squares is military regimentation for control measures and to be able to easily seal off quadrants or quarters of the country or the land or the city. So they wanted everything military regimented to expedite the work and to put more pressure on the workers to be more productive. And this is when they gave rise to what's known in history as the origin of slave labor. And this is why the first slave story on record is called Lulu Amalu in the Sumerian tablets. It's the story of the slaves that was created by the Anunnaki out of the already existing hominids of the earth, which was the humans, which was the Twa and the Sign, right? They were too little to carry the heavy workload. So when Enki decided to marry into him, you get tribes like the Dinka, and these different women produce different tribes in Africa, but it was different over here. Over here, all tribes had sent delegations and brides to the main tribe, the first family of Tahuti over here. He was the crown prince for when the Anunnaki's operations is done on Earth, then he would be the one to restore the matriarchy and have the first right of rulership over the planet on the patriarchal side, but under the matriarchal order, where the matriarchs do they love thing on Earth, where they change the frequency of the planet with the A tone. The A tone being the frequency in music that is aligned to the illuminated heart chakra that comes when the mitochondria is raised. And if the man ain't don't develop himself, this is why the old ladies be telling them young dudes don't be caking up under them girls, because if she raises his mitochondria, causes kundalini to rise too early, it could cause his death, literally. So they want the boy to develop so that when that energy rise, he'll see as a leader and he won't fall apart because he's developed to take it. Some people take longer to develop than other people. And that's why you got different ages by which the men become chief according to different tribes, right? And it's the same, like a bride can be promised as early as 8, but she still can't participate in marital responsibilities until she's old enough to understand everything. Under the matriarchy is based on maturity, not on age level. And it's a group of women who determines which female is mature enough to date. Today we see it as passe in the Sweet 16 of the Americas, in the quinceañera in the Spanish culture, is the coming out for she's old enough to get married now. The suitors may suit, right? But all of these things is different under the legislative jurisdiction of the corporate. There's no adjustment for maturity level. There's no adjustment for classification of ranking in tribes according to who should marry who. You marry who you want to marry. We didn't do that back in the day. You marry people with certain character traits. That's why your family had to meet. You can't just bring somebody home and say we married. Before you get married, he got to be vetted by the family. He got to go out in the barn to the drinking party with the uncles for drink champs. Then he got to go out to the tent off in the woods for the smoke session with the uncles, right? So he could be chiefing with the chief to find out what he made of. Then they come back and tell that girl, you don't want to marry him, he ain't right. If she marry him, then she on her own, right? Because they done already gave her fair warning that he's a piece of trash. And if you marry him, you're going to be marrying trash. He going to treat you like trash because all he know how to do is be a trash monger and a trash bin.
Hey man, that's it right there. We'll get out of here at 2 hours on this class. We want to thank the brother Rob for coming out, man. We're gonna come out with another one. We got bangers coming out, man, every day, man. We non-stop action over here. Hey, I think we'll take one more question, and then we'll leave it out on that because somebody asked about the draft. I'm hearing a lot of things about they signing people up for this draft and this and that. What's your take on that, bro?
I just did a video on my last live I did on Facebook because they wouldn't let me do one on Instagram. But this is my thing. If you go in there and if you get drafted and you go down there and you tell them they imposters on the land, you from the land and you need them to leave, they're not putting you in the army. Period. You're not fit for service.
Pretty much same thing Muhammad Ali did.
No, his was conscientious objector. He didn't agree with the war. You're not disagreeing with the war. You're disagreeing with the people calling you the war. You're not my government. You're not from the land operating with the consent of the people of the land. You the enemy. Why am I gonna sign up and fight with the enemy? That don't make sense to me. As soon as you tell them that you're not going, they can't put you in the army. Because they know they're the enemy. We didn't say they was, and they said they was our enemy. Elder, I wish you could post some receipts. I'd send them to you.
Hey, send me that Facebook one, man. That Facebook live you just did. Send me that one in through the text. I need that.
Okay.
Hell yeah, I need that.
Oh, yeah. I was going in. That mug got about 3,000-4,000 views on Facebook.
Yeah, I need to make some receipts from that, man. We need to go ahead and get that out because people are asking about that.
Yep, I got you. I'm sending to you.
Hey y'all, we gonna be back, y'all. We gonna keep you updated on the land. You know, we your hood anchor mans. We keeping we keeping you updated, keeping it live, keeping it lit. We clearing all the chief names on the land. Let you know this was a conjure operation. They been after us. They not like us. They look like us, but they ain't like us. And it's that wop, 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 wop. You know what I'm saying? It's that wop, 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 right? That's that belt. That's that belt. That's Kendrick Lamar pulled out the belt of God, the belt of the universe. That's that wop, 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 man. Drake got it. Did you up, boy? He wop, wop.
Did you see the dragon wrapped around the Empire State Building? The balloon?
Say that again.
Did you see the balloon of the dragon wrapped around the Empire State Building?
Oh, check that out.
Look, it's facing down, right?
Uh-huh.
Remember, I don't know. I think I told you last time we was on here. There was the Gemini knock. They put Drake between the pillar and the post as the dragon, the Draco.
Wow.
So they got the dragon facing down. He's falling off the empire.
Wow. I gotta check that out.
Right, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send you another receipt. So at this end right here, I want you to clip this part when I say that they said that we was their enemy. We didn't say that we was theirs. I'm gonna send you the receipt and clip this end part right here we talking now, and then post the receipt
I got you.
while I'm talking over it.
Got you. I got you. What's that? Wop, 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 wop. That's that belt, boy. That's Big Mama belt. That wop. Kendrick Lamar whooped the hell out of it. Wop, wop, wop. He, boy, it's like a little kid that got him by. He got Drake by his arm like this, and then he whooping him with that belt. Wop, 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 wop. Come here, boy. Come here. We told you was gonna lose now, Dragon. We told you to drag.
And you know, OV is hood lingo for it's over.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, man, they know, man. Drake picked the wrong side of the day. He came at the wrong guy, man. He woke up a sleeping giant when he went to go messing with Kendrick Lamar. Now you got to study this guy, man, Kendrick Lamar, and watch how he move. He like a return. He an old soul, man. I'm telling you.
That was always the plan, though.
Yeah.
The Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef was playing when Kanye did the concert with him to squash the beef. That's how long it been playing.
That's interesting. Hey, y'all.
We'll get more into that next time.
We will. Hey, y'all, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Like I say, we the hottest in the game right now. I mean, who else is doing it? Who else bringing your topics like we doing it? We got the hottest shows in the game. So we got 1,500 people here. Everybody show Ross some love on the donation. Send them $1, man. Send them $1. It'll put them in the game for the take care of probably for the rest of the month. Then we'll come back. We got some more coming though. Yeah, everybody hit that like button, man, so we can get the algorithm up too. Cause you know how they doing us. They trying to stop us, man. They trying to hold these niggas trying to hold me back. These niggas won't hold me back. These niggas won't hold me back. You heard Rick Ross? These niggas won't hold me back. They trying to hold us back, but we gonna prevail. Cause the dragon lost. Revelations 12:7. We beat the dragon, nigga. Michael and his angels. So yeah. On that note, Wadu.
Wadu. Yeah.
They said we in here.
So where you want to start at today?
Well, so much is going on, Chief, that it's almost hard to know where to start. But I would say let's start with the overturning of the Chevron doctrine or the Chevron deference and what that means for we as a people or we as a nation, just people on the planet in general. What does that mean for us, Chief?
Well, you know, Chevron allowed agencies to arbitrarily make rules that affect the day-to-day life of the people across the land. If you go back to 83 when Chevron was ruled on, this is also the same time that they lobbying these crime bills, and they also import through Contra, they import in large amounts of crack cocaine flooded in our neighborhoods.
Hold on, Chief. People are saying it's a little choppy. The internet's choppy. I don't think they can hear you well. So I don't know what we can do about that.
I don't know what we can do because it ain't clear over here.
They're saying it's still choppy. They're saying my favorite two people. So I can see myself clearly, but I can't see you. I can see you fuzzy. It's fuzzy and it keeps going. You keep going in and out.
Yeah, over here everything look crystal clear, like high definition.
Wow. They're saying it's a bad connection. Okay. Can I take you out back in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so back to Chevron. So what it was instrumental in, like the local administrative law judges are not Article 3 certified judiciary. So they was using Chevron to allow district courts to exceed their bounds in their responsibilities. They was allowing City Hall to run rampant because they were saying that whatever agency that is in charge can make rules as they go. In law, that's called arbitrary judgment. It's already predetermined. Anybody go to court for a traffic ticket know that you automatically guilty until you proven innocent, which is a direct violation of the Constitution, where you innocent until proven guilty. Right? So we got to remember, all crime is commercial. This state law, I didn't write it.
Okay.
And what do that mean? That means that everything that they classify as a criminal act comes with a bond and a receipt. Right? That means that it's traded and it's monetized. So how do you fill your prisons by monetizing criminal acts?